for the Lovable Me Show. Based on the award-winning book series, I Am a Lovable Me. Get ready to have some fun learning with Lovable, our resident enlightening bug. Are you ready? Close your eyes and let's count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Now open them. Here we go.
Hello and welcome to the Lovable Me Show. I'm Sharon Penchina, your host and author of the award-winning I Am a Lovable Me books for children. We'll be starting our show with our weekly video vlog message, and today's short vlog is about the power of imagination and visualization. Make sure you stick around after the short video plays because I have a special guest with me today, and she's joining us all the way from Budapest to share some great tips with us. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Lovable Me weekly vlog, where you will find valuable tools and enlightenment to support your child's self-confidence and self-esteem. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. Mark Twain. Children have vivid imaginations. Thus, creative visualization comes naturally to them. Yet, due to today's abundance of images from TV, computers, and video games, it is even more important to encourage and provide opportunities for your child to use their imagination. Visualization can help children sleep, improve their health, and attain their goals. Assist your child in creating their own experiences by encouraging him or her to visualize or imagine obtaining their heart's desire. Through imagining they already have what they desire, your child will welcome it into their reality. As your child relaxes and the line between asleep and awake fades, their visualizations may gradually transform into dreams. This is also a great time when positive affirmations and thoughts can be extremely effective as they enter your child's subconscious mind more easily. Interspersing positive thoughts and affirmations throughout a visualization can be very powerful. It is important to focus the attention of these affirmations on what you want for your child rather than what you do not want. Through practice, visualization skills can be enhanced so your child will be effortlessly visualizing scenarios of their own choosing as he or she drifts off to sleep. Desire brings forth joy, eagerness, and expectation. By focusing on what they want, children will be drawn to the opportunities and experiences that will bring them closer to their goals. And don't forget to check out our Lovable Me books in Apple iBooks, Amazon Kindle Books, and Google Play Books.
Welcome back. Before I tell you a little bit about my special guest, when it comes to truth and wisdom, it makes no difference who you are or what your background is or where you come from. The message is always the same. It's universal. When I first met Csilla just a few weeks ago, she wanted to be sure that her English was fluent enough to commit to a guest spot on my show. It was within a few minutes into our conversation that I told her I didn't see any issue and that I'd be honored to have her on my show. It was her passion and her love for the work that she's doing on behalf of children that really impressed me. It truly transcended any obstacles in my mind that we could do a show together. And with that said, let me tell you a little bit about her. So Csilla is most importantly the mom of 3 kids, and she's the wife of an amazing husband. She stepped on her spiritual path in the summer of 2013. She became certified as a Neuro Linguistic practitioner, a Reiki master, an active spirit healer, and an Access Bars practitioner, as well as a meditation guide. She's devoted to telling her stories and experiences to those who are open to embracing them. She has several thousand followers on her blog page, Spiritual Mommy. So when you get a chance, go ahead and check that out. So Csilla, it's so nice to have you join me today, and I want to welcome you to the show.
Hello, Sharon. Thank you for having me, and I'm honored to be here with you.
Well, thank you for joining us. It's great, and I'd like to jump right in, truthfully, because there's a topic that I found really interesting. I mean, there's so many things I could talk to you about, but I know in your sort of toolbox, you talk about and you use something called Neuro Linguistic Programming techniques. And Neuro Linguistic Programming is often referred to as the language of the mind. And I know that you've studied this topic and you use this technique so beautifully with kids. I wondered if you could just tell the audience a little bit about what it is.
Yeah, thank you. NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, is a system, bunch of ideas, tools, and techniques that you can use to improve your life, to create a better life you want to, a life that you would like to really live. So NLP is also, it can help you to manage your emotions, to control your emotions, so not let them control you. And if you think about it, that's very important, because if your emotions control you, then anger controls you, sadness controls you, it can dominate your days, So actually, it's really something that helps you to take control of your life, to take responsibility. So it's really something very useful. So there are many techniques in NLP that you can use with children also, or parents, or just as a human, actually. So
do you have any information on maybe the history of neurolinguistic programming? I mean, or to kind of give us an idea of what it looks like, or what it is exactly. You're mentioning that some of the challenges and issues that could be addressed, might be helping your child deal with anxiety or stressors, or even anger. And those are just some of the ones that kids might be faced with, that are sort of what we might say more on the negative side of things. But it also is something that can be used as an empowerment tool to create success in your life. But give us an example, if you don't mind, of what that looks like. How do you apply it? What should parents and caregivers know about it?
Yeah, okay. I brought 3 techniques to the parents, because we are focusing on children and parents now. So the first technique would be, or it is useful if you have a child aged about 3 or something like that, and so it's useful to deal with tantrums. So it's important to know that you should try this method. I mean, parents should try this method only if. So I would say you, okay, because it's.
Well, are you saying that they should try it themselves on themselves so that they have the experiential knowledge of, what it looks like, feels like, so that they can apply it with their children?
No, it's so this technique is for children actually, but of course parents should guide them through,
Okay.
guide them like telling a story to them or something like that. But it's important to try it when the parent is still calm. So because if the parent is got angry because of the tantrum, then it probably won't be that effective. So actually this technique, which I call tantrum ball, is about to so when the you see that the tantrum is getting started, then you offer your child that, or say to your child that, hey, something like this, hey, I think there's an anger ball or tantrum ball hiding somewhere in your body. So and you want to look for that anger ball in his body. So you will say that, let's look for it. Where is it? Can you feel it? Can you feel that anger ball? And maybe you are lucky and your child is cooperative and will say that, yes, it's in somewhere in my body, but I wasn't lucky so many times, so I needed to improve it. and so you can say, for example, that, oh, I can see now it's in your arms, for example. And so, no, can you feel it? No, then it must be in your tummy, for example. And yes, I can see it exactly there. It's there. I see it. Make fun of it, and probably by this time your child will start to forget about the tantrum, because he starts to join this game. So he will probably be cooperative by this time. And so you found that tantrum ball, that anger ball, and so now one more task you have, you need to pull out. And so that's, you can make fun of that also. So just like acting as if, pulling it out. And so you say something like, pull out, oh, it's very difficult, so, and they will enjoy it. So kids enjoy this this game, and by this time that you want to pull it out and it's difficult, they completely forget about tantrums, and then you can throw it away. And so this is a great method, because you will teach your child to control their emotions, or his emotion, because
I don't mean to interrupt you, so I just want to be a little more clear on it. So it sounds like there would be, you're in a very fun and playful way, you're helping them to disassociate themselves from, the anger, and sort of create, almost a separate entity, that anger boy or that anger girl or whatever, something that is more tangible, that they can, actually play a game of discovery and work with you and themselves, especially, to remove, that sort of entity or that anger or that energy from their system at the time. And and you can correct me if I'm wrong about that. And are you also saying that you want to practice this when they're in the throes of that tantrum, as long as you are, or the parent or caregiver is not, caught up in the emotionality of it?
Yeah, as long as you are calm, you try. You can try it, and many times I tried it many times with my 4.5-year-old. Now, well, we are over, and this period is over. But 1 year ago we used it many times, and it helped many times. So yeah, just like you say, you accept, and you teach your child to accept and acknowledge that feeling,
Mm-hmm.
and then dissociate. So exactly how you said.
And I think, tantrums are, I mean, it's one of the, biggest challenges for parents, especially, new parents who are dealing with, young children when you're out in public. And not only are you dealing with your child's, temper tantrum, but then you're also very aware of your surroundings and how it's impacting, everyone around you. So it does become a very stressful situation, and having a tool like this to address it and calm the situation, and help empower your children to, ultimately, just kind of get right in line with this, is a great way to eliminate a lot of that stress for everyone.
Yeah, and also, we say many times, like, stop screaming now, or something like that, and the child might stop screaming, but also suppress, or push his emotion, and so that's definitely not good. We know that. So
Right. Yeah, that's actually another great point. As a byproduct, we're not stifling them, and they're not stuffing it down so that it operates even more deeply when it's, sort of not brought to the surface and addressed.
yeah, so you want your child won't store those negative emotions. He will deal with it.
Yeah. So you mentioned that there were a couple of techniques. Could you share another one with us?
Okay. The other one which I brought is useful when your child gets teased, or but first, before I describe the technique, it's important here to note that also it's important to listen to your child. So don't say things like, I know I also did this sometimes, but don't say things like, don't care about that, because he will. It's a problem for him.
Right.
So, right. Yeah. So they don't care about, he will. It's really so take it seriously, because it's his problem.
Yeah.
So and also also, it would be very good to clarify with your child that it's not about the child not being good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about the teaser, that the teaser might have low self-esteem. The teaser might just want some attention, and so he thinks that he can gain attention this way. For example, in school, negative attention is attention too. So it would be great to talk about this also with your child. And and so the technique is changing the voice of the teaser, so that ask your child to imagine the whole situation until the teaser said those unkind words. And so he should see how it happened exactly. And when he gets there, before the unkind words, then you should ask your child to replace the voice of the teaser to, for example, favorite cartoon character like Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. Guess what happens if he imagines his teaser saying like, "You are fat and ugly."
Right, exactly.
Probably.
It really diffuses the intensity and the, you know, it allows us to have that imagery of them, you know, much more subdued or funny, or, you know,
Yeah.
and again, the language of the mind, we're programming the mind, you know, to equate a different experience with, you know, the bullying, right?
Exactly. So you change the whole situation in his mind. So the whole negative situation will be transformed into a funny one. So it won't hurt anymore because it will be funny, not hurt.
So not so threatening anymore, right?
Yeah.
Do you recommend doing these techniques with the child, you know, whenever possible, with, as an example, with their eyes closed, where they, you know, might be almost in a slightly more altered state or meditative state, so that they're more receptive to the experience?
Yeah, of course. Relaxed state is better, I guess. But it works well. It's very interesting because I always tell my older son to close his eyes when we do techniques like this, but he always says that he doesn't need to, and it works so maybe children are more better than us in this thing. Yeah. So but if, of course, I guess for me it's easier if I close my eyes.
Well, I think we, you know, as adults, shutting out the outside world allows us to have more focus and concentration on whatever the task is at hand or whatever we're doing. Whereas kids, especially at a young age, naturally have that ability. They're more present in the moment. They're not worrying about, you know, what they need to cook for dinner, or, you know, the mortgage payments or anything else. So I think for them it probably is a lot easier.
Exactly, I guess so. So yeah.
So that's a great technique, and obviously bullying is also a big issue. That's something that, you know, we certainly want to empower our children with. So when they are at school and they're not with us, they'll have a tool that they can access, you know, and use repeatedly, so that they become more proficient and more empowered when they use it.
Right, and also if teasing is regular with your child, I would also recommend to boost his self-esteem. Mm-hmm. For example, your books or like meditation or something, because it might be, you know, teasing might be a reflection to that also, that your child has issues with self-esteem, right?
Yeah.
So
absolutely. So tell us your third technique, because you said you had 3 that you wanted to share on the show today.
Yeah. So the third one is replacing anxiety with a good grade. So if your child is goes to school and anxious about getting bad grades before test, you know,
Mm-hmm.
he has fears, then this is a great tool for that. So first of all, you need to ask your child to identify that emotion, that negative emotion. So where is it located? Ask him where can he feel exactly that feeling. And for example, if he tells you that it's in his chest, then ask him to name it. What does it look like? So how could he describe it?
Mm-hmm.
And for example, your child can say it's like a stormy cloud or something. And the next thing you should ask your child is to imagine a big, good grade in front of him, which could be an A. I guess in our country it's 5, you know. And so there's a big A in front of your child, and so now you should ask him to push this stormy cloud away from his chest and replace it with the good grade, so with the A, and feel that it, you know, this stormy cloud is away, fade away,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a good grade, and feel that he will get this A to the test. And so it can also work immediately, but if not, then you can repeat it. So or also you can try to you know, color this stormy cloud to be a white cloud or whatever, so, or a nice blue or whatever. So these to change it, you can change it, you can color it, you can whatever, and then push it away and put the grade there. And this is also good, not just because you have your child to reduce anxiety, but also because you are continuously sending message to his subconscious, you know, to have this test an A, you know. So he will probably create this this grade as well. So.
Right. And, you know, so it's really, you know, this is all helping to program the mind so that, you know, it's working for us as opposed to against us in many ways. And one of the things I know with neurolinguistic programming is often, you know, and I don't know how you feel about this with the children you work with, is that there's generally, you know, a dominant sensory channel that's more prevalent in each of us. And so with neurolinguistic programming, you can use all the senses that we possess to really make it a more powerful experience. Do you find that determining the most prevalent sensory perception in the child you're working with is important?
Well, actually, you know, I use NLP mixing with meditation. So I think I don't really focus on which sense is dominant for them, because it will come. If they are auditory, you know, then they will imagine it like they hear those sounds. They are kinesthetic, and they more likely to feel it. So I don't really focus on that area, because I
no real need to determine that up front. just through the questioning, the visualization, and whatever guidance you offer, it just comes up naturally. It sounds like.
Yeah, just exactly as you say, it comes up naturally. They will know how to imagine it.
So Csilla, we could probably talk about this for a lot longer. I know the show's going so quick. Before I end the show, I just wondered if there's anything else you want to add in before I close the show out.
Well, I would really recommend to all of the parents to use these, not just NLP techniques. You can use mindfulness techniques, so because you feel empowered, you feel a lot more a better parent, because you can really help your child to improve the quality of his life. So that's it, that to use it because it really can make you can improve your life with these tools and techniques.
Yeah, and it's all very non-invasive and easy to apply once that these things are available to us very easily. Well, I want to really thank you, for coming on the show today. It was really so nice to meet you and have you here, and hopefully we can reconnect again down the road and maybe do this again, because I know there's so many other things you're involved in. So
yeah, thank you. Hopefully,
yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. And just as a reminder, I wanted to just sort of reiterate that NLP, or Neuro Linguistic Programming, is neuro refers to your neurology, linguistic refers to language, programming refers to how that neural language functions. So remember that NLP is like learning the language of your own mind, and for easier and faster results when it comes to forming new habits and modifying old ones, give NLP a try with your kiddos and learn more about it. And please be sure to check out all the I Am a Lovable Me books today by clicking on the link at the very end of this video. The books are available in hardcover as well as audio iBooks. And you'll never miss any of our great shows by watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope every Friday at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have a topic you think parents and caregivers want to hear about and you'd like to be a guest on my show, please message me on Facebook. I'm your host, Sharon Penchina, and I'll be back next week with some more great self-empowerment tips for you. Thank you all for joining in, and be sure to have a fantastic day.
Thank you for watching The Lovable Me Show. Also, if you have any questions for Lovable, go ahead and ask away. Don't forget to visit us next week, right here in the Facebook bunker.